Okay, so the next transformation is joiner transformation. Okay. So joiner transformation is like the same how we are doing a join in SQL. Okay. So whenever we wanted to establish a join between multiple tables, we can go with joiner transformation. So whenever there are different sources that we wanted to join and they're of different databases, then we can go with joiner transformation. If the tables are of the same schema on the same database, then we can go with source join. Okay, in the source, like we have selected multiple object and we have loaded now the same way that we can use if tables are of same schema. If tables are different schema or different database or different altogether different sources, still we wanted to join. So then we are going to use joiner transformation. So in the joiner transformation where we have 4 types of joins. Okay, joiner transformation where we will be having 4 join types. Okay, normal join, master outer, detail outer, and full outer. So the functionality wise, it is similar only, but only thing is master outer join meaning all the data from sorry matching data from both the tables and non-matching data from detail table. So there is small difference between SQL and SQL join type and Informatica join type. So in SQL, when we say left outer join, we are going to get matching data from both the tables and non-matching data from left hand side table. Right? If it is a right outer join, matching data from both the tables and non-matching data from right hand side table. But in case of Informatica, it is opposite. It is opposite. When we say master outer join, so we'll be matching data from both the tables, non-matching data from detail table. Okay, because in Informatica, when we create a joiner transformation, by default it will be having 2 groups, master group and detail group. Master group and detail group. So there will be one source of master group, the other source is detail group. Okay, so that's why master outer join, detail outer join will be there. So in the detail outer join, matching data from both the tables and non-matching data from master table. So which is the master that we selected? So from master table data that we are going to get all the data from master. Okay. So now I'll show that. We create a new mapping. Okay, I have a source by default. Source and target will be coming up. Okay, firstly, let me show that employees table, we have all the data. This is our source. Employee underscore TGT. There is one target table. Is having department name. Let us assume that we have this department name. Now from employees table, do we have the department name? No. Right? So now what I should do? I have a department ID. So I have to join department table with the department ID to get all the employee names. To get all the department names. Okay. Now how many sources that I have? 2 sources. One source is employee table, other source is department table. Let us assume that these are 2 different databases. If the tables are in the same schema, we can go with a single source only. Okay, if sources are different, 2 different heterogeneous sources, then we wanted to do a join, then we are going to use joiner transformation. So employees is one table, and I have one more source, which is to get department table, because we are assuming that these two are different databases. These two tables are in different databases or altogether different sources. Okay, here we have department ID, department name, but in the employees table, we have department ID. Now we need to create joiner transformation here. So as I mentioned, joiner will be having two groups, master group and detail group. So joiner transformation also is going to build cache. Okay. So now, so when we have master and detail, so what is the purpose of them? And which one we should select master and which one we should select detail? So there is a criteria for it. Okay, so blindly we should not take source 1 is for master, source 2 is for detail. No, we should not take like that. Always lesser number of data should be master and more number of data should be detail. Okay, always lesser number of data should be master, more number of data should be detail. Because so joiner transformation is going to build a cache, and cache will be built on master table. So whatever the data which is coming from master, so cache will be built on master data. So when we have less data, when we have connected less data one to the master, then it will be easy, or it will take lesser time to build the cache. If you connect more data one to the master, then it will take more time to build the cache. In order to avoid the performance issue, then we have to use lesser number of data should be master, more number of data should be detail. Okay, now for that, what we should do first? So we have two sources here. We should write select const star from employees. How many records that I have? One 107 records I have. Department table. How many records I have in department table? I have only 2 records. So which is lesser?
Department.
Department. So department should be master. Now, so since we have source 1, source 2, we will be get confused which one is for what source. So that's why we should use proper naming conventions. These are C employees. This is SRC department. Now department is having lesser number of data, so department should be master and employees should be detail, because employees table is having more data. Okay. Then now in the joiner transformation, then we should give the join condition. So when we get the field name conflicts, see sometimes when we are using a transformation which is connecting from two different other transformations or two different sources. So if the sources are having the same name, if sources are having same name, both the sources are having the same name, then the field name conflicts will be coming up. When we get the field name conflicts, then we should click on this field name conflicts. So we have to prefix any one source. So DEPT underscore. So I'm just prefixing DEPT underscore to all the columns which are coming from department table. Now the field name conflicts will go off. Now click on this. See, The join type, there are 4 types of joins as I mentioned. Normal join is nothing but it is an equi-join or inner join. Inner join, master outer join, detail outer join, and full outer join. So for now, let me select master outer join. Normal join. So join condition. So either we can give the direct condition here or we can completely parameterize that. So instead of parameterizing it as much as possible, we'll try to put the join conditions directly. So from master, department ID is equal to details department ID. So this is our join condition. Now I'm establishing a join between employee table and department table based on the department ID. Okay. Now I'm going to get all the columns from master and all the columns from detail. Now when I go to target, so in the field mapping, so I should select the department name, employee name, let me just leave it, and remaining let me do a smart map. Automatically they'll map for the rest of the fields. Okay, now let me save this mapping. So with the joiner transformation, there are few points that you have to remember always. Okay, if whenever people are going to ask you what is joiner transformation, so you should tell that. So joiner transformation will be used to connect two heterogeneous sources. If heterogeneous sources of different types or different databases. So joiner transformation will be having two groups called master and detail. So always whichever the source is having lesser data, that should be master. Whichever the data which is having more, that is detail. Because joiner transformation is going to build cache. Cache will be built on master. So in order to improve the performance of a mapping, always we need to consider lesser number of data should be master. And then we will have to select the respective join types. So there are 4 join types: master, detail, master join, detail join, normal join, and floater join. Okay, so this is what you have to tell when people are going to ask about joiner. Okay, now let me save this. Now let me run this mapping. Okay, so this mapping is failed. Just click on this mapping. So you can see the error. What is the error message? So joiner transformation, joiner has master field department with data type as double, but detail field department ID has decimal data type. The joiner transformation joiner has, so what it's telling, so the joiner transformation, so we are using a join condition as department ID. From one source it is coming as double, the other source it is coming as decimal. Okay, so because of that, data type mismatches are coming up. Now in this case, so whenever we see this error message, we have to go to the mapping and we need to use an expression to convert it. Okay, so the detail field has decimal, it is okay, but master is having double data type. So now we have to keep on expression in between this master, and then what we should do, then we have to create one output field. Department ID as decimal. Then use to decimal of department ID. Now in the joiner transformation, let us give the join condition. O_department ID. Because this O_department ID is coming from the expression. Okay, because in between master and source, since I have introduced an expression, okay, so the field name conflicts are again coming up. Because earlier the field name conflict between the sources. So since expression is added, so we have to rename the fields which are coming from expression. Just save it. Now these two are different. So, these two are same data now. Mapping is invalid. Why? Just valid. Click on this validation panel.
Target we need to queue something now, Bhaskar, or
No. See, O_department in the join condition is not included in the transformation. DEPT_. Because I renamed it, right? Because of field name conflict, I renamed all the columns which are coming a prefix is DEPT_. So we have to select the right field. So that's why in the validation panel, we'll be able to see the errors if at all there is any validation errors here. Now let me run it. No. Before that, let me check in the target.
in target we have department ID. We need to change as O_department ID now.
No, because this department ID I'm connecting from source employees table, not from the department table. See
Okay.
here I have both. DEPT department ID is there. Department ID which is coming from employee table also is there. Okay, so ideally what I should do is from the incoming fields, so I should exclude them. Because from the department table, I just wanted only the department name. I don't want any other fields. So that's why what I should do. So this O_department ID I don't need. And DEPT department ID also I don't need. From department table, I just wanted only the department name. So now you can see, except the first name, last name, all of them are connected. Now save it, run it. Now it is succeeded. There are 107 records came from source, and from department table there are only 2 records. The target there are only 3 records loaded. Okay, after the joiner. Because so we have from the department table, what all the departments are there?
Sales and HR, I think.
Department IDs 10 and 20. Okay. Now from the employees table, where we put a filter condition where department ID in 10, how many records are there? We have 3 records. So that's why since we have enabled 10, 20, there are only 3 records. Okay. Now, why only 3 records loaded? We are in the joiner. You have selected normal join. So normal join is nothing but inner join. So inner join is going to give only the matching condition. Inner join is going to give only the matching values. Okay. So let's say master outer join. Master outer join matching data from both the tables and non-matching data from detail table. What is the detail here? What is the table which we are using as detail here? Employees table, right? Detail is employees. So all the data from employees will be coming. Only for matching data will be coming from department table. See now 107 records loaded. 107 records loaded because I have selected master order join. So since I have selected master order join, I will be getting all the data from detail, only matching data from master. Now if you see, so matching data from master table, sorry. No, I did not enable truncate table option here. In the target, I did not enable the truncate table option. Because of that, earlier data also is there. In the previous execution data also is there. Okay, but if we ignore them, then we can see the department name, see, HR sales. So matching data from both the tables and non-matching data from the master tables. Sorry, detail table. Now in the department table, let me add a field. Let me add one record. $99 others. Okay, so I just added one record, 99 others, so that when now I am going to change join type to detail outer join. Now in the detail outer join, we are going to get matching data from both the tables, non-matching data from master table. What is master here? Department. So department is master here. So from department table, all the data that we are going to get along with the matching data, and only the matching data will be coming from the employees table, because I have enabled detail outer join, so that all the data from master will be coming. Okay, so there is a not null constraint defined on email field. Okay, not null constraint is defined on email field. Because of that, one record got rejected. Okay, what is that record? We can just go to download the session log. Which are also that we will get to know from the session log. Okay. See these others, department name, others, because we have enabled detail outer join. From master, we are getting the data. So the column which is coming from master, we are getting the values. But for the same record, we don't have we don't have any match in the employees table, so we are getting null values. So this record is getting rejected because there is a null constraint. If a not null constraint is defined on email field, so this email field is having not null constraint. Because of that, the record got rejected. Otherwise, this record would be inserted into the target table. So that's why 3 here plus 1, 4 records will be coming. And then we have full outer join. Full outer join is nothing but matching data from both the tables and non-matching data from both the tables. Now let me run it. One 108 records processed. 107 records are from employee table, and one additional record is from department table, which does not having any match. Okay, matching data from both the tables and non-matching data from both the tables. So here also again it got the other record got rejected because email should be mandatory field. It is a not null constraint is defined. So 107 plus 1, 108 records that is processed. Okay, so joiner transformation is to join like this, like as per the requirements, like from which source we should get all the data and which source we should get only the matching data. So that we should carefully understand from the requirement document, and then we have to enable it. What type of join that we will have to use it. Okay, and there is one more thing in the advanced option, sorted input. Okay, so whenever we have huge volumes of data, now we wanted to improve this joiner transformation, like the master cache will be built on master, and that itself is taking more time. Like to build a cache, it is taking more time. So in that case, to improve the performance of a joiner, so we can enable the sorted input option, and we can get, and then we have to get the data in sorting order. Okay, so let's say whatever the columns that we are using in the join condition, so based on the columns, we have to use order by class in both the sources. If they are a relational, if they are a flat file, then we have to use sorted transformation next to the source, and then we have to get the data in sorting order. Okay, because when the record is comparing, okay, when the record is comparing based on the join condition, so usually without this sorted input option, so it is going to the record will be one matching record will be there on the top and the other matching data will be there in the bottom. So in that case, every record is going to do full table scan. Like it is going to compare with all the data. So if you enable this sorted input option, and if you are going to get the data in sorting order, like it is going to find until the match, and then after that it is not going to loop, because we are clearly telling that we are getting the data in sorting order, so that definitely there will not be any other records. So that when it is going to compare, it will first look for first match only. After that, it's not going to look for rest of the records. So that's why the joiner transformation performance will be improved. But the disadvantage is when we enable this option, if source is a flat file, then we are going to use sorter. Again, sorter is going to build cache. Again, we are going to use, let's say we have 1 million data which is coming, and we have enabled sorter option, sorter transformation, then cache will be built on that. So in order to build the cache also, it will take time. So sorter is going to build one cache, and the joiner is going to build one more cache. So again, it is going to take time, but we should be very much careful about using this sorted input option. But to improve the performance, this is the only option that we have. Okay, this is about joiner transformation. Any questions? Anyone having any questions about joiner?
Need to go through again, Bhaskar.
Yes, definitely. Always practice is more important. Okay, without practice, you will not get anything. There is joiner is not here. Yeah, I'll add the joiner also. Okay, so whatever the points that I have explained, that I'll add in the material. Any questions, anyone?